guys underestimate the whole thing of sometimes you just gotta cry, man. Sometimes, especially like as a guy, I think the last time I cried, dead ass, the last time I cried was not last year, the year before. Yeah, not last year, the year before December. So it was like December 2023. Dead ass, that's the last time I cried. December 2023. So whatever I've been through between December 2023 and now is like it's just a build up, it's a build up, it's a build up. So you get to that point where let's say something actually happens and you're emotionally triggered and all of that build up is just there. And it's just because as a guy we're just conditioned to hold everything in. You get to a point where you just gotta let it all go. Otherwise it just gets crazy. Being a big time crier to stop being a dyer. I don't really cry, like my body can't physically cry. You say that, but it does just take like sometimes it just takes a certain level of emotional stress for you to get to that point. But you'll realize that you feel a lot better when you just kind of let out. But it's like you don't just force it. Don't start like just boiling all the time now. like still hold it down. You still gotta hold it down. It's just when you'll know when you feel that point. It's like when you get to an emotional threshold where you're like rah bro, like I'm struggling here. Those are the times where you just gotta take a second and just feel the emotion. Until then, hold it down. Alright? We are still men. Still gotta hold it down. The more often you feel your emotions, the less they explode. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree with that. Because I think the more you feel the emotions, the more emotional you're gonna be. There is a balance between it. It's like for example, for me, I'm not that much of a like an externally emotional person. Like I will hold a lot in, and the more I hold in, the easier it is to hold it in. Do you get it? That doesn't mean like yes, I'm suppressing shit. I'm actually damn. I'm actually suppressing, but at the same time, it makes it easier to deal with the little stuff. If that makes sense. It makes it easier to deal with the little stuff because most stuff, that's it. Most stuff doesn't actually like require your emotional reaction. Most stuff isn't an emotional situation. Most stuff is just how you think about it. Like you don't need to get emotional about most stuff, and the emotion you feel to it doesn't really change the situation. But then there are some stuff where it is like, bruh, it's actually kind of deep. It's actually kind of peak. I'm talking about healthy feeling of emotions, no obsession, but feeling it, expressing it, and letting go of it. Yeah, I think there's a weird balance. I think each to their own. Everybody deals with things differently. Me personally, I'm more of a. I'm pretty like Jay, what you're saying, like you're probably the same. Is I'm more of a logic over emotion, and that is what gets me through. Like that's a healthy thing for me. For me to use my brain more than I use my emotions because I feel like I'm an emotional person. So if I use my emotions, like in every situation that I feel emotion, I will act out of that emotion. So me being more logical and like like suppressing the emotion and using my head, it allows me to make better decisions. Only a certain level affects the emotions, but most are just automatic, like it's in the mental. Yeah, I feel like if stuff happens, I feel like the only time I would be emotional is if something happens that like actually emotionally hurts me. You can feel and be logical. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I still feel like you still feel it, but you don't express it. It's like for example, yeah, you're walking down the street. You're walking down the street. Somebody bumps into you. Now you've turned around and you've gone to them. My fault. Like you've actually said my fault. Like we bump into each other. My fault. Now they start getting like they start shouting at you and moving all aggressive. Now in that moment, your emotions can kick in. You start shouting back at them, or your logical brain can stay switched on and be like, bro, it's not that deep. You stay calm and you disengage the situation. Now Now you've just avoided a whole altercation that could have been a mad thing. An emotional person, somebody starts shouting at them, they start shouting back. Now before you know it, you get into a fight, somebody's ended up with their head cracked, and somebody's now in jail. Like, is there's different ways to handle the situations. Expressions can be writing in your diary, or venting to a friend, or making some art, going for a walk. Everybody deals with things in a different way. Like, you know what you just said, those examples right there, they're all different levels of examples. Like, I go on walks. Some people, they vent. Other people write in their diary. I think you just find what's right for you, innit? What you said isn't a healthy expression of emotion. Yeah, I think you just find what's right for you.